What's up, guys? Just got done training with bodybuilding legend Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And Ronnie Coleman. And Ronnie Coleman.
Oh.
Looking cut as fuck.
Lean, bruh.
This is what happens when you eat fucking fruit and you cycle.
Lean, bruh. Lean.
Anyway, guys.
Whew. What is this
gonna
be?
Sweat.
What is this gonna be? This is gonna be a comments response video. So,
do you guys want this shirt on, off? Who knows? I'll just leave it off.
He's just gonna leave it off. Anyway, we're gonna be scrolling through some of the comments on the controversial video.
Controversial. Even though people didn't really talk about the video, they just attacked us, attacked veganism. They didn't really talk about the video that we posted. No, they talked about other stuff. So, but we're still gonna make a response video. Still gonna do it. So, let's go. What's our first comment?
You want to start from the very beginning?
Oh, we don't have to leave this up with her in because she doesn't want to be in the video.
All right.
Just out of respect. AK.
All right. So
we got you, AK.
Hunter Neely. Vegan equals no gains.
Vegan equals no gains. What about veganbodybuilding.com?
Veganbodybuilding.com.
Bunch of motherfuckers who look better than you.
Getting gains, shredded.
Getting gains. No offense. Not saying you don't have a good physique or you don't know what you're doing, but there are a lot of vegans.
Get shredded on
there are a lot of
diet.
vegans that look better than you. So you want me?
Yep. Okay. Next comment. Brandon, you're grasping at straws for the sake of being different. Take it from an NASM certified CPT, CES, FNS, and PES.
Let me just stop you there, man. We have no one in the world knows what all those acronyms stand for, so it's kind of irrelevant. I mean, if you said like fucking Mr. Olympia, we might know what you're talking about. But it seems like the one grasping for straws is you, mate, with all those fucking acronyms that no one knows what the fuck they are. But anyway, that's great that you're all those things. I'm a JCX TYZ fortified Nigerian Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu trainer, brah. You fucking mad.
Mate, I was a vegan for probably 8 or 9 months before I even really told anybody or made any videos about it.
We're not doing this to be different. We're doing this to save the planet, save the animals, save ourselves, save our own health. So, you mad?
Yeah, those 3 things, man. Planet, animals, health.
Planet, animals, and yourself.
Jesus. Okay.
Well, don't bring him into that.
Oh yeah, we don't bring
him into this. He's the heavyweight, bro. Alright,
if Michaela Rose could have it her way, it would rain lollipops and there would be chocolate rivers. Blah 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 blah.
Wait, are you gonna say your comments?
Nah, it's not important yet. But
okay.
Let's see. The sentence that really got me was you're not going to change the world with your videos, and you're not going to convince everyone to be vegan because it's what you believe is right.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got a seer in here for seeing the future.
If you believe something is right, you should just, don't even try to change anything if you
don't say anything about it. I mean, like, if slavery is wrong, just let it happen.
Like I said, Martin Luther King Jr., he thought he was going to convince people, but who the hell did he think he was? He should have just given up. Should have just given up.
Yeah, he didn't convince anyone. His speeches didn't do shit. Nothing.
She also talks about how smoking is bad for you, and we've all been told how bad smoking is bad for you. And she talks about basically how eating meat is an industry and people aren't going to stop, just like smoking cigarettes. Well, people have actually been steadily decreasing the amount of smoking over the years. So eventually, hopefully, we'll get to a point where nobody is smoking. Everybody realizes it's just killing your health. By the way, whenever I see people smoking, I usually tell them, "Hey, put that out. You're killing yourself." But as far as that goes. I think that one day the world will be vegan. If you watch Gary Yourofsky's video, which was posted in the comments, which you probably all didn't, it talks about that. So I recommend that you watch it. And Michaela also said, now you're talking about a race of people versus an industry. Actually, we're talking about beings versus beings. We're talking about living
One-
beings
one-
versus living beings. We're not
one
talking
living
about,
being being treated a certain way because of factors that it cannot control, versus other beings being treated differently because of factors they cannot control. Those are the same thing. We're not talking about industry versus race. That we're talking about two beings or the same shit. So, all right.
Okay, she says, do not call someone out via social media to try to humiliate them because you think their views and opinions are worth much less than yours. Well, we're not trying to humiliate anybody. We're just trying to educate people on the subject.
Spread the message.
And when we see things that need to be, when people need to be called out because they may not understand, we're trying to give people the information that they need to understand. But apparently we're not allowed to do that.
We aren't allowed.
Okay. Liam Sullivan, interesting comments. Where do I even start with these? Humans have eaten meat since the dawn of time, and they will continue to do so until the end of time.
Let's just pause it.
We got these big ass canines for a reason, Brandon.
Our canines, mine are actually bigger than a tiger's. If you haven't seen them.
That's for
you see
ripping
that?
through flesh, mate.
You see that canine, bro? But anyway, we're just gonna pause him at that point in his comment. He said, what exactly did he say?
He said humans have eaten meat since the dawn of time.
Okay, the dawn of time. That's not true in the first place, and evolutionary psychologists would say that they haven't eaten meat since the dawn of time, since the conception of
Look it up.
humanity. We haven't been eating meat the whole time. But anyway, let's just assume he's right on that.
Let's just assume.
We'll just assume. Now, the thing is that we've been doing a lot of bad things since humans first came about. That doesn't mean we should continue to do them. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try to stop people from doing them. Okay, we've been raping people, most likely, we're going to assume this, since the human race was created. We've been killing people since the human race has been created. But should we continue doing those things? Should we punish people for doing those things? We shouldn't just stand idly by and not do shit just because it's happened since the beginning of our race. It doesn't make sense. Just because something started one way doesn't mean you can't change it. And he also goes on to say that we're never going to stop eating meat. I'm not saying that everyone in the world is going to stop eating meat. I'm saying that the majority of people will stop eating meat. Sure, I'm sure there will still be an illegal meat trade in the future where people are like dealing bacon under the table and shit. I'm sure that might happen. But for most people, I think most people in the future will make the switch because it's the more sustainable. It's easier on our resources. And it's healthier for us, so I think people will eventually see the light and come over to the dark side.
The only reason that there is that people eat meat is because it tastes good. There's absolutely no other reason.
And we already talked about that and how that's a bad reason to not go vegan in our last video, but people don't watch that.
You get all your micro and macronutrients that you need from a vegan diet. Look it up.
Look it up, mate. Look it up, mate.
Let's see. He talks about how canines. These are called canines at the dentist's office, so they're used to bite into flesh. If we are really omnivores, I recommend that you go out in the wild. You chase down a deer. You chase down a deer like a carnivore would, like a cheetah or a lion. You jump on it.
Because he has the speed and strength to do that. Because Liam's a badass.
You jump on it and you bite it in the throat. And you drink all the blood and then you eat all the meat. And then all the fucking blood gizzards and all right.
And then when you get all these fucking diseases from eating that meat raw, you're going to be like, oh wait, maybe you were not omnivores.
Doesn't it seem like, if you have to cook something and heat it up to a certain temperature to kill all the fucking bacteria in it, and it makes us sick if we don't do that, then you think maybe we shouldn't eat it? And also an interesting thing is why do you think so many people are lactose intolerant? Especially in Asia. You know that they're actually putting an enzyme in the milk now called lactase, which helps us break down lactose, which is in milk, because a lot of people can't digest it. I wonder why that is. Let's think logically for a minute. What's logical about drinking milk from another animal? If we're going to drink cow's milk, why don't we drink lion's milk too, and elephant's milk, and cat milk, and dog milk, and giraffe milk? Anyway.
I drink giraffe milk, you mad?
So mad, brah. Anyway.
He's proven wrong.
I was simply saying humans will most definitely eat meat until the end of time. You sure about that, mate?
Humans won't even be here by the end of time, mate.
A couple hundred years ago, they thought, we're going to have slaves till the end of time. We're going to have these people working for us forever. We're going to have it made. Obviously, a lot of things that everyone thought was going to happen till the end of time ended up being disproven. So
the earth is flat, mate. So fuck you if you think it's round. Fuck you.
Ultimately, eating meat is a choice. I
agree with that.
You will not benefit from eating strictly vegetables, and you will not benefit from eating strictly meat. I agree with you on that, mate. You won't benefit from eating strictly meat. That's for damn sure.
Oh, he's